All right, we've got head coach Pat Noonan following tonight's match. Coach, if you start with your thoughts on the result.
Yeah, poor performance tonight. That starts with me. We weren't up for it, and for various reasons, the game looked like it did because of poor play on our end. And credit to New York City, they were the better team and deserved the win. Carter, we'll start with you.
Yeah, Pat, was there something New York City was able to do to kind of slow your offense down that you thought stood out most specifically to you?
A combination. I think it's always that. Their structure didn't change from what we've seen. They're organized. I think we don't handle pressure particularly well. Our passing and our decision-making under pressure was poor. Careless turnovers that don't allow you to get into a rhythm with the ball and have you defending in transition. And then we defended in those moments pretty well to keep them from more goals, but then you have to defend deep. You have to get recovery runs, and it wears you down. And that's what the game looked like because on the ball we were nowhere close.
You mentioned the defensive side of the ball. It's only the one goal, and one's all that matters, I guess, in this situation. But yeah. What did you make of that side of the ball tonight?
The whole goal, from the throw to Brian doesn't need to be even close to the situation. If we play the ball to Matt out to Nick, and we make a total mess of it. The clearance, the touch, everything about it is a really low-level play.
Laura, we'll go to you.
It seemed like the wing-back struggled a little bit tonight, or just you didn't see what we've been seeing in the past from that position. Obviously, you guys had lost DeAndre, and Luka was still unavailable. What did you make of just how you guys handled that, and what did you see?
Our whole team struggled. This wasn't a position. Our whole team struggled tonight.
What did you think? You made the change at halftime with Kenji coming in?
Yeah, Brad was struggling physically. He was dealing with some tightness, so we just made that decision to protect the situation.
Why Kenji in that moment?
We were going to change our shape a little bit, and we thought he could be a little bit effective with him and Ender being wider with Kevin high, and see if we could create space in the build with Aldis and Lucas. And I thought early on we found some good moments to just advance with the ball and look for outside to inside movement from them to be able to find some moments centrally to get Evander on the ball, to get Kevin staying in front along the line. And early on it looked okay, but we didn't get much out of it. So I think our best sequence was when we went left to right and found Ender for a chance there, but just didn't have a lot of creativity in general. But that was the decision.
Go to Cameron, then we'll come back.
Yeah, thanks for the time as always. Obviously, kind of an interesting week. Obviously, with the transfer window closing, not having the players who are coming in really be available, but also losing the guys who departed. How did your preparation change this week, and how did you kind of go about getting the squad ready for tonight, and how did that impact things?
The preparation doesn't change. You work with the guys that are here, and I thought the preparation in the week was good. I don't think there was concern going into it. This is the moment that we're in. This is part of like I said before, the timing of the transfer window, and you got guys coming in, guys going out, and it might not look perfect immediately, but if you're, I guess, a new body coming in, you see opportunity. And for the guys that were a part of the preparation this week, we can look at what we didn't do well enough to have a lead up into the game that had us perform stronger.
Yeah, and with the window coming at a time with now only 6 more games remaining, how do you plan on integrating some of those guys that are going to be coming in? Obviously, we saw a few of them unveiled, while also kind of maintaining relationships you've built throughout the year.
It never changes when you have new additions. The timing is such that you try to get them up to speed quickly. We've already started the process with some of that, but we'll see who can adapt and get comfortable as quickly as possible, and how we can, as players and coaches, help integrate these new pieces to see if we can come together in a good way to connect it all at this stage.
Thank you.
We'll go back to Carter here.
Pat, it seemed like in the final, 10, 20 minutes, you guys started to find some offensive flow, get yourself some chances. Do you feel like that was a time in which you started to figure some things out on the field, or is that just game state? personnel changes? Where do you think that spark came from?
Part of it is personnel. Part of it is maybe their defensive positioning to allow us a little bit more time and space with the ball, so you can get closer to goal and feel like the opportunity's a little bit closer there. So, but in the end, I don't think the creativity and the understanding of the moment and the right decision to pass, to shoot. A lot of guys, I think, in moments where it seemed clear of this is the next pass or the next movement, we struggled to find that the right decision, and that's why I think in the final third you see a lack of cohesion.
The next two games coming up, they obviously take on even more importance now given the result tonight. How do you hope to approach those games differently and try and do something, come into the game better?
Every game is important. We said it before this one. It's all going to feel like games that you got to get results, and that wasn't the case. So it shouldn't change as far as urgency. It's just attention to detail, and each game will look different. And hopefully we get a couple pieces back to continue to push the depth and the competition, and and have a better performance against our next opponent here.
And last one here from Laura.
I know you said the preparation didn't change this week with all that was happening in the window, but we talked to you before we learned of Sergio's release.
Yeah.
Obviously Yedlin was earlier in the week. Then there's that. What can you say about Sergio? I know he was battling injuries, but how much does that kind of shock the system a little bit when you have to go through losing players?
It's no different than what I think with Sergio, DeAndre, the guys coming in. We can talk all day about those things. It's part of this time period, and Sergio was excellent for us. That was again tough on the human side, but we felt like with the injuries and just how we were going to move forward, this was a good time. So hopefully there's a good landing spot for him. We have a soft spot for him because he's been excellent. It's been fun to work with, but this is now the group that we have moving forward, and hopefully, like I said, we come together in a good way and finish out strong.